We're very much in single fight territory. What? What? That was sick. That was sick. Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome to OverAnalyzed. You probably noticed something on the screen. My camera has died. So this is a very special Christmas gift to me from my PC, in which my camera, that cost me a load of money, does not work anymore, and I don't know why. This is actually a huge issue. So yeah, I'm going to get rid of that, guys. Unlucky for me, but well, probably lucky for you as well, because you don't have to, there we go, it's gone. You don't have to look at my face. Anyway, we're going to get stuck into this. So welcome to OverAnalyzed, guys. This is the glorious Overwatch coaching series, the beautifulest one. If you want to send your videos in for consideration to appear on this series, then follow the instructions that are on the screen, or have been on the screen, and are in the video description below. And remember, if you want a beautiful value t-shirt, you can see this thing on the screen right now. That is me modeling it. It is beautiful. These things, obviously, you won't get them for Christmas now. It's a bit close to Christmas. I think if you do the fast track order, you'll get them pretty quick. They'll come like a few days after Christmas, maybe. But thank you guys for the support that you have given the channel buying these shirts. We've sold thousands of these shirts, and it is actually insane. It is incredible to me. You guys out there are awesome. And, well, I love every single one of you. It sounds really cheesy and cringe me saying that, but I do. Because without you guys, I wouldn't have a channel. All right, guys, let's get stuck into this. We're going to take a look at Reaper. So, I kind of want to play this a little bit, but let's kind of pause it because we need to talk about the team comp. Anyway, this is the email. It's a pretty brief email, this is, but the only thing I was looking for was a Reaper game, because Reaper is really damn good right now. So if you play Reaper really well, you can get so much value. And this is a platinum game. This is definitely the level range where Reaper can dominate, because enemy teams don't really know what to do and they don't really counter him. But the email here is beautiful as well, because it says this: "Hey Sty, this is a game I played after I hit my peak season DPS SR. But something about this feels really wrong. It's definitely not my best game, but I feel like I pulled my own weight and did my job. I noticed some mistakes, but I've probably missed a lot. Can you help me out? Blah, blah, blah." So we're going to get stuck into this, because Reaper is kind of straightforward, but he's just about making the right decisions at the right time, and you can get so much value from this hero. It is incredible. So we're looking at the replay viewer here, which I don't mind the replay viewer, but honestly, guys, I prefer it if you recorded your gameplay from your perspective, because with the replay viewer, we get to see stuff like the enemy team comp straight away. We can see like enemies through walls and stuff like that, which is, you know, slightly annoying. It would be nice to sort of get your raw sort of gameplay footage. Hopefully in the future, Blizzard give us replays where you can just send the replay file to somebody, and then I could literally load the game into my game and record it from every angle, and then it would be just absolutely beautiful. Anyway, let's get stuck into this, because team comp, we've got you on Reaper. Okay, we've got Anna, this is fine. We've got Hanzo. This is very much meta DPS. You could swap the Reaper with a Mei, you could swap the Hanzo with a Doomfist, but basically those four heroes are the DPS that you're probably going to want to play almost all of the time, because they just give you so much value. You could probably throw McCree into this as well a little bit. Anyway, we've got a Zen. It's a bit of a spicy pick. Can work, might not work. I don't know, but we know the enemy team here, they don't have a Doomfist, so your Zen's not going to instantly die, but they do have a Genji, which could cause some problems in the future, and our tank line is pretty Gucci. So this means we should be able to walk into the enemy. So let's see what you do, because hopefully you just walk into the enemy. So I don't like that. I'm going to say straight away I don't like that, because why are we using an activatable ability, which we'll need when we get into the fight, before we even get to the fight? Just walk forward. Like, what benefit does this give you here? Okay, you catch up with your Reinhardt, but what have you done there? You fired off a few cheeky shots. You've got 7 seconds on Shadow Step. Like, we can't do anything here. We're literally trapped. See, the thing is here, what do we do with Reaper? What are the plays? Well, Reaper can teleport much quicker than he used to before. He's really quiet when he does it, but it's just about catching the enemy off guard. We could 100% just teleport through there. We could teleport onto the high ground and take the control of this. We can push through the side here. There's so much we can do with the Shadow Step, but you can't, because we've wasted it to come out of the spawn. So don't do that in future. Save that ability. Same goes for Reinhardt as well. He shouldn't really charge out of the spawn. Now, you following up there, even if the enemy team were really close and pushed, they kill him, they kill you, and we lose the first fight. That's not great. All right, so let's see what you do here. I mean, options are kind of limited. We're just staying with the team. We're getting spammed by Genji. Don't really underside it. We don't... Hanzo's killed somebody because somebody's been Hanzo'd. We don't really want to go around the side here. We just want to stay with the team. But now... we can see through the kill feed, we've killed their Genji. And that's great as well. Their Reinhardt feeding his brains out. We've just destroyed him. They've used their mortality field, which again is fine. And now we can just push in. So our Ryan is really suicidal here. So that's kind of problematic diving in there. He might not survive that. Yeah, he's dead. But at least you pushed in to help him. And we should be able to clean this up. Nice Wraith form there just to stop taking the damage. Of course, remember, Wraith form does reload your Hellfire shotguns as well. And we just get stuck into the action. So here, this wasn't too bad. Like, issue-wise, there wasn't really any problems there from you. You played really safe. Yeah, the Shadow Step at the start wasn't great. We seriously losing this? We should not lose this. One little minor thing I'd say there is you could have used Shadow Step, Wraith Form, to quickly reload instead of actually reloading. You could have Wraith Formed, reload, and then just carried on firing. Also, I would have walked directly into the Reinhardt and shot his brains out, not fired into his barrier for a few shots, because it's like wasting... It's damage that you could be pouring into him that you're wasting. This I do like, though. I really like taking the high ground with Reaper. This point on Hollywood is really good for Reaper because there's so many places you can get into a lovely position to hit people with your ultimate because you can just drop down from above and wipe them out. The only issue is if the enemy team are controlling the high ground, then we've got to be really careful because we don't want the enemy team to just, we don't want to port up there and then everything, like there's a Hanzo who's just waiting like, haha, this guy's just pointed up here and then he's going to put the arrow into your head as soon as you come out of the teleport. We don't want that. But still, we knew we had control of the fight here. We pushed forward. We started taking the high ground. This is great. This is all, it's value. It's what's the plan. And you're showing it all off here, which is great. And I'm enjoying this so far. So we dropped down here. I don't mind this. We're backing up. We don't need to back up too much because our Reinhardt was there, remember? We kind of left our Reinhardt. Yeah, we've sort of left our Reinhardt there. Yeah, we should. Like, remember, you play with Reinhardt, yeah? All right, so think about cheesy things you can do here. Remember, this is on ladder, obviously. It's not like a tournament game or it's not a set game. Like you're playing 6v6 teams against each other or like in the Breakable Barriers tournament or something. You can do some cheesy stuff here with Reaper. You could flank around the side. You kind of almost looked to go around the side, but then didn't bother. Another thing I want to tell you, and this is incredible. If you guys might have seen this in a video. In fact, I don't know whether this video has gone out yet, but I made a video with Josh and we talk about Hanzo and Reaper, and there is a thing you can do with Reaper, which is beautiful. So when the fight breaks out and it's messy and both teams are like on top of each other, you can just port straight through the fight into the back line and then pop Death Blossom and annihilate the enemy team. It is so effective. In fact, it is crazily effective. It catches the enemy off guard all of the time. It's incredible. But the key thing is you have to wait for the tank lines to engage. You can't just do this on your own while there's nobody attacking the enemy team because they'll just turn around and kill you or crowd control you. Okay, Immortality Field's up. We're kind of in a bad place there. That's kind of unlucky. We're going to lose this fight, but it's okay. We're just going to regroup. But there's a lot of ultimates available in our team. In terms of, like, ultimates we can combo with, obviously we could combo with Grav. But really, like, Reaper's ulti, it's almost like a throwaway. The thing with it you've got to think is you want to catch the enemy off guard. You want to use this when they don't expect you to use it. And this phase of Hollywood is really good for that because what you can do... I'm looking at my camera. My camera is not on. I'm literally looking at my camera and it's not on. What? Maybe it is. It's just black. It's just dead. What the hell? Anyway. Yeah, so let's watch this fight break out and let's see what you do. So, got Genji on the side. Yeah, we can see he's got his ulti. The fight's breaking out here. Okay, they're committing ultimates. Yeah. Ooh, we're going to try and do it. What are you going to do? No. Okay. Okay. All right, so, yeah, let's just go back and run this again. There's a lot of ultimates invested here, and there are a couple of audio cues you should be watching for or listening out for, which mean that we're not going to use our ultimate, but that also mean we could use our ultimate. So here, we hear Batiste use his amplification matrix, but then we also see our Zen, and we hear our Zen using Transcendence. Now, this means we could pop our Death Blossom if we needed to, right? Because we're kind of safe. The enemy team are like on top of us. Would we get much value from it? I don't know. Me, personally, I would have just Death Blossom straight away. I wouldn't have gone for this port or anything. My value, what would I have got? Maybe I kill a Reinhardt, right? But that's probably enough to win the fight. The thing is, though, your team start using tons of ultimates here. So we port up here. Now, this isn't too bad. We could drop down and we could start doing pop our ulti, right? We could literally drop down, spam our ulti. Again, we might get put to sleep permanently where they don't have an Ana, but we could get potentially killed by them. But we're in a nice position here. Their tank's dead, and that's their off tank, so we could kill them. But what happens here, crucially, actually, we just kill her straight away with Primary Fire, so that's great. Genji comes in with a blade, and this reaction is great off your Zarya to get him under control. We don't need to use our ultimate here. In fact, we could save our ultimate and use it for the next fight. So all these audio cues have gone off. So yes, I would have used my Death Blossom straight away, but then it turns out we didn't need to because we went for a port. That's totally fine. Then we drop down and we kill the Zarya. Again, that's totally fine, which was nice aim, by the way. And then we hear their Genji pop his blade. Your Zarya goes straight in with a grab. Look, he's in the grab. Do we really need to use Death Blossom on him in the grab? We don't, do we? Like, we absolutely don't need to do that. So it's overkill. We win the fight, it's cool, but think about what we could do now if we still had Death Blossom available. This is always a good thing to do when it comes down to your personal ultimate management. And I do like this as well. This is definitely what we should be doing. Pushing forward on the high ground, I enjoy it. We can be really aggressive here. We can get super close to them. All right, backing off that. Like our Reinhardt said, we don't need to back off so much. Yep, that's it. Don't fire into his barrier. Just go through his barrier. Do as much damage as you can. I like it. Okay, I like it. They're using a lot of ultimates. We're dead. I like it. I like it a lot. I love it when Torb goes like that. Right, so they've used all their ultimates now. So, again, it's like a massive ultimate crap show that was going on. But think if you had your ultimate available through all of that. Maybe things could have been a little bit different. Maybe you could have popped it and they wouldn't have expected it. I mean, I'm not saying it would have made much of a difference, but we would have got more value than we did just using it on a single Genji who didn't have deflect in a Graviton Surge. Get what I'm saying? All right, so now we need to think about how we're going in again. And we're pushing forward with our team. I don't mind it again. This is fine. But think, we can be cheeky and try and get high ground positioning here. I can see what looks to be a Hanzo there. So what we could try and do is port up to this high ground. I mean, it's fairly easy for us to do that. Wait for our team to push forward. We port in. Looks like you're going to do it. I like it. It's nice. What I like about this is we are on the flank. And this is where Reaper is super strong. Because if Reaper can get in and the enemy team don't expect it, you're going to do tons of damage. Yeah, I'd just go this way. I would honestly wait for our tank line to engage. Okay, there's a turret. We could potentially port over there and kill the turret, but... Okay, let's see what happens here. Because this is the play. Okay, now we're at a major disadvantage, aren't we? This is not the play. Ooh, that is really lucky. That is really lucky because that Hanzo should have been expecting you to port after him. Instead, he's running away. Nice use of Wraith there to close him down. We're going to take a ton of damage, though. This is really risky. Nice bubble there we got. I like it. I like it. A huge play off Zarya. So it was risky because we sort of went in at not a great time. And also totally disrespect Zarya's ball. People who are still out there not bursting Daria bubbles, just destroy him. It'll absorb 200 damage, and that's it. And then it's gone. Yeah, okay, it's going to charge her up, but who cares? Okay, this could be bad. Yep, this is actually really bad. Let's just go back here and watch this. So we use our port here, right? And we've got Wraith form. Now, this is going to be a bit nitpicky, but we could totally have avoided this Reinhardt Earthshatter. I mean, just listen. We could have avoided that. And then what could we have done? We could have popped Death Blossom. Maybe it would have, you know, killed some of the enemy team or something. But instead, we just ate the Earthshatter and died. Wasn't really the play there. However, we do have our ultimate available for the next engagement. So really, this is going to be interesting. Because like one of the issues we've got is Baptiste can shut us down. Not entirely because you will destroy the immortality drone, but like it will negate some of the damage. This here, yeah, we really want to be careful putting up there. This is super risky. This is, if you die now, I'm gonna lose it. This is super risky. It's all right. Abatiste killed him. I mean, what? Abatiste just kills him. Right, just all I need to do is jump off the top here, in off the top ropes. Who is it? Stone Cold Steve Austin. Who had the people's elbow? Is that The Rock? I don't know. Get in there. That's it. Just do it. See what I mean about immortality field? It ate a lot of your damage, which is frustrating. But we're in deep now, and we're getting nice flicks. We're getting tons of work. Like, really, with Reaper, you should never turn around. We should never die in a fight when it breaks out like this. And I honestly believe Overwatch is becoming super brawly right now. There's like loads of like fights just degenerate into this mess. And heroes like Reaper, Doomfist, May, they're so powerful. All right, what are we doing here? What are we doing? Can we catch any of these guys? Can we put on high ground? We can. Nice, nice, nice. I like it. Can we Wraith? We could have maybe Wraithed away from that. I mean, we didn't expect there was a Roadhog there. That is a hero swap. So I can't be too harsh on you there. Like, we can see it because we can see the, you know, obviously the teams. He teabagged you. Oh, my days. Hog, there is no need. That is just dirty. There is no need, Hog. Deary me. All right, let's push forward again. So, What are we looking at here? So again, I don't mind you taking the high ground position. I mean, we can see there's a McCree up there. So like, let's just see what happens. So again, I like this. You know, anyway, right? Okay, hook down. Okay, we don't really want to engage him at that range. Okay, and McCree kills us. Now we didn't know McCree was there, but now we do. So now we've got a couple of issues here. It's like, is this now the best pick to be on? Like, what have the enemy team got? Well, honestly, still isn't too bad playing the Reaper into this, especially because we've got the Hanzo. The only thing which is going to cause us an issue, really, is the McCree. So here, yeah, we need to be super careful here because this is the time. I mean, right, I really need to illustrate this because I see this a lot in a ton of videos. And today, I've watched, well, I'll tell you what I've done today. I've watched 5 different submissions just to get a grasp for what the hell is going on in the game. Because one of the things you guys maybe don't realize with OverAnalyzed is I get like a snapshot of what's going on throughout all of the tiers and all of the, the different ranks in the game. So when I make videos and I talk about the meta, yeah, I can talk about it from me playing in like high, mid, and master and like low GM. But then I can talk about platinum. I can talk about gold because I can sit down and watch gameplay clips that people send in. Now, what I tend to do is I'll jump through those clips and I'll look for engagements. I'll look to see what teams are using. And it gives me quite a lot of information on the game. And it lets me produce like a more rounded thing. But one thing I always notice is this, and it's so frustrating. People do not respect the timer. This is 52 seconds. It's the fight, pretty much the final fight. Maybe you get 2 more fights in here. This would be categorically the worst time to die. Absolutely the worst. Like, this is not the time to die because if you die now, you're giving the enemy team a massive advantage. So never peek. You know, look at your Hanzo. He's 1 HP, Hanzo is. Like, what is he doing? And what are we doing here? Like, in what world should we ever be here? Because if we get hooked here, or we die, Azari, again, is way out of position. These people are peeking. We don't even have our tanks. We could get hooked. We could get shot in the head by McCree. It is so risky to die at this point. And now, we're very much in single fight territory. What? What? That was sick. That was sick. That was sick. I'm loving that. That was actually sick. That was sick. Right then, push forward. Just keep running with your Reinhardt. Yep, it's not going the goo. We could have maybe stayed with Ryan a little bit more there instead of going on the flank here. I know what you're waiting to do, catch people as they spawn. But think about the enemy players that are on the point there. You can see Ball and I think Torb is on the point. It'd have been nice to, like, smack them. Even though it's nice to kill these guys as they're spawning, you know, it's a good kill on the Moira. Like, we just want to kill them off the payload. That's it. Running away from the payload at that point, again, isn't really too clever. So what I've seen so far is I've just seen a Platinum player. That's exactly what I've seen so far. I've seen Platinum play with very good mechanical aim, I'll give you that. But also, like, we're making these little weird decisions that are not game-losing decisions, but they're decisions which, if we start... Let's call them bad habits, because that's what they are. If we get rid of them, then you will just go through the ranks. You know, everybody's got bad habits. I've got bad habits. You know, at the rank I play at, everybody is the same. If you break out of them, that's what takes you to the next level. And honestly, I think the bad habits where I play the game is just getting tilted. It's like, you play Hanamura. It's like, I tell you what, I had this Hanamura game. It was so good. And first point, we just, like, we held them on second. I think they had about 40% capture. It was pretty good. Great team effort. And then we just couldn't even break first. And the toxicity after we lost the first fight was incredible. Things were said that was so bad. In fact, I just stopped playing the game. That's typical Overwatch, ain't it? Okay, so what have we got now? We're Reaper. We've still got the Hanzo, so I still don't mind you on the Reaper. The reason why I'm saying that is because we still need barrier break. Reaper is not barrier break. As much as people will go, oh yeah, Reaper's there, he's great at destroying barriers. He is at point blank range, but Reaper is not there. Barriers, you basically destroy barriers before the fight begins, or you get drawn into the fight. Reaper can't do that. So if Reinhardt is in melee range, he's not got his barrier up. He's smashing you with his hammer, so it's not really barrier break. So I still don't mind this, because the enemy team... They've still got to push onto us, but they've got a Doomfist and a Reaper. So we'll have to see how this plays out. This actually could be pretty interesting. This high ground position, I don't mind it. Like, I mean, in terms of setup on Hollywood, most people will set up in the calf. Or you set up on the low ground here. Setting up on the high ground here, it's not too bad. You know, it gives your heroes a chance to get a pick, like it gives Hanzo a chance to get a cheeky arrow. It's not too bad, and it does control the high ground. I'm not too worried. The worst place to hold is through the choke. I mean, obviously, holding through there is just criminally bad. I mean, that's just insane. Don't ever do that. Okay. So we're just sitting on the flank here, waiting for them to push. Our Orisa is dead. Now, this is a huge problem because our barrier has been deleted because her barrier is terrible. Now, we have to get in there and support her. Yeah, now this is unlucky. So the reason why we got destroyed there so quickly is we don't have the double barrier. So it's kind of wrong of me to say, yeah, this is not a bad position. It's not if you've got double barriers. You don't. So, yeah, you'd need Orisa Sigma for that or Orisa Reinhardt just to give you that chance to pull out. Because as soon as Orisa's barrier got removed, yeah, it's an unlucky. All right, so we're going to play McCree now. Didn't say this in your email, but it's fine. Maybe you did, and I'm blind. You actually did. I am blind. I apologize. I apologize. You did say this in your email. It's because I don't... What is that? Yeah, okay. All right, so we're going to play a bit of McCree now. All right, it's cool. I'll take this, McCree. I'll take it. Watch the hook. No. We don't want to be here. We really don't want to be there. We want to come back. So the issue we've got with McCree here... McCree is super weak. What is going on there? That's an interesting immortality field. McCree is super weak when he's not with a barrier. You have to play with a barrier tank. You get caught out, you will get destroyed. Oh, nice. That was really nice. I'm lucky we're going to lose the fight, but that was a really nice flashbang on there. That Reaper. What I'll say, though, here is this isn't the swap. This isn't the play at all. Like, I wouldn't go for the McCree here. What you could argue is the McCree gives you a bit of control against the Reaper, which is... And I guess the Doomfist, which is probably why you've done it. But that's not the reason why we lost these fights. Maybe your team have got, like, super toxic or mega aggressive. We need to be careful here. That's it. Stay with our barrier. Nice play there. See, mechanically, you're really good. Your aim is great. Yeah, we should be able to get that guy. Nice. Nice. Yeah. See, this is an interesting one, right? You're getting a lot of value here off the McCree. You just seem like a good McCree player. We know the Reaper's to the left. We should push this Reaper. When you've got Flashbang up, by all means, push the Reaper. If you don't have Flashbang up, don't push the Reaper because he will kill you in close range. Oh, he's tried, like, for a cheeky back cap. Right, we know he's used Wraith. So, oh, we should be able to, can we get him? Can we get it? No. See, this is a bit risky now. We don't want to be here. We want to get the hell out. But, like, going back to the point I was trying to make, I think maybe your team thought that the reason we lost the original engagement is because we didn't have a McCree and they had a Doomfist and a Reaper. That's not the case. It's just because we had a crap barrier. And they just road-hogged it down and hooked our Orisa, and then we lost. So, like, now we've got a couple of problems here because the enemy team, you can see, they basically can brute force us because we don't really have the tank line to match them. Let's see what happens. I mean, we've got the heroes, like, on paper to match them, but it's not... Hello, what was that? Do we minimize? Okay, now, what I'm going to talk about now in tank line, we definitely don't have the tank line to match them now. This is a problem. So this is one of the things I enjoy with Plat, because I think at Plat level, it becomes very much... I can write over here now. I always avoid this space because it's not with the camera. At Plat level, it's about the hero that you play, sure, but it's also about what your team are doing, and it's about what the enemy team are doing. So when we look at this team comp here, and we see that our tanks have decided to swap to a Sigma and a Zarya, these are not a great tank combo. Like, that is not a combo I would go for. I mean, the reason why is it's very difficult for Zarya to get value off the Sigma. She can do it, but it's much easier if that's a Reinhardt, right? Or if we go Sigma, Orisa would be a nice combo as well. Hammond is also really good. You know, you could maybe go Sigma Hammond, although I wouldn't advise that too much. Although Hammond is really good on the second point of this map, although we're going through that now. So, like, we've got a lot of comp changes going on here. My worry is the enemy team have got incredible barrier break in Roadhog. They will destroy your Sigma barrier pretty quick. You can't really do that to their barrier. I mean, our Hanzo can. if he gets, I don't know, into a position to take advantage of it. And again, we can kind of spam it down. But let's see what happens here. I just feel like the enemy team have got good momentum here. I think it's just the Doomfist which is selling this to me. Okay, so we're on a flank. Getting a couple of headshots. Need to be careful of that. We pushed away. This is what you should be doing on Reaper. This is like, It's such a brain-dead tactic, and it's so effective. The team didn't see the Reaper on the high ground, and he just jumps in, and you're dead. He doesn't even have to jump in. Like I said, he could have just teleported straight in, and Bob's your uncle, pops the ulti, and everyone's dead. Like, he can really dictate this game here, and we can't really stop this. Unless we're aware of where he is, hit him with a flashbang straight away. Now we just need to get the hell out. Nice play. But we just need to get out here. Yeah, no. So it was nice play. Then we decided to carry on running back. A very telegraphed direction. So Roadhog was just waiting and just got us. I would have swapped Hero here as well. I would have swapped to Doomfist. Now, the reason I'd have gone Doomfist here is because I just want to brawl on the point. McCree is going to be difficult. He's slow to get back. Okay, I know you've got your ultimate, but is it really going to make that much of a difference? Ow. Owie! Come on, get it calm, calm, calm. Calm down, sudden aim. So what I don't like here is you're on the point. Now, this happens to everybody. And again, this happens at Plat a lot. And it happens at God. In fact, this happens, I'd say, this is probably the main criminal offense across all of Bronze to Platinum, is people just run together and everyone fights in the same point. There is no reason for you to be here as McCree. You could be further back here. I don't know why you found yourself, like, on the point here. Like, we've got... The point is being contested. We've got a tank on the point. We just want to back off. We just want to back off. Missed a couple of shots there, but again, you know, that's a bit pedantic. It is a massive fight that's breaking out. But think if you were Doomfist here, right? Think of the value. You'd be punching people into the caravan. You'd be knocking people everywhere. It just would be tons of value. Because I don't think we actually managed to get anything done. Yeah, and there comes... I mean, we've got a Mei here. We didn't really do anything. Mei was a decent swap by Dong. It could have gone Doomfist, though, as well. Like, Doomfist and Mei, they are the stall DPS. If you need to stall, just swap to Doomfist and Mei straight away. Get on the point, and it's going to shut the enemy team down. Unless you've got, like, some massive ultimate ready to go. But I don't think McCree's ulti is very good. And also, I don't think, you know, you were going to get too much value from it. You got a kill, but it's not enough. Okay, so now we've got a minute to attack. And they've got 3. And what are we going to go for here? We're going to go for the Reaper again. So let's see what you do out of the door. You're going to go for the same port, it looks like. No, we're not. We're going to save it this time. So I hope this time you do port on the flank. All right, they've got a Bastion, which is a problem. All right, your team have identified. Let's go around the flank. I like it. We are pushing around the side. I like it. Now, the key thing here is we have to wait for Immortality Field. But this is something which is not going to happen on the ladder. Like, your team are just going to engage here. So the fact we're on a flank is still okay. The fact that Hanzo's dead is not okay. Because, now we physically cannot contest the Bastion. And the Bastion will just kill us. The only thing we could do is we get some cheeky teleport. But the fight is just a complete mess here. In fact, the enemy team are playing really poorly here because they should not be engaging us here. They should just be sitting around their Bastion because you can't contest it. So actually here, they're giving us... We're getting value here because the enemy are terrible. Really nice Immortality Field there. Nice, nice. Huge, huge play. But, like, that's a huge play, right? But, again, that is because the enemy team are really bad. The Bastion should never have moved from its original position. It should have just stayed where it was and wait for you to push in. They had killed your Reaper, but for some reason, that Bastion pushed around. But hey, you took advantage of the situation, so not more, you know, what else could you do there? Yeah, I mean, that like, whatever. This happens a lot. Oh, God. Oh, God. Why are we not firing? Like, what were we doing? What the hell were we doing through that? Yeah, I guess it kind of just... It went to a bit of a brawl, and it was like, oh, that is unlucky, right? So that's really unlucky. I wouldn't be too harsh on yourself for that, because we lost that fight straight away. As soon as our Hanzo died, we lost that fight. But then the enemy team played pretty poorly. We took advantage of it, and then it was okay. So that wasn't too bad. Of course, the problem now is we need to hold the point. So this is going to be interesting. It looks like our Arista still hasn't learned. Like, we can't be here. So what happened last time? Barrier gets broken, Hog hooks. Hog is really good right now because all he has to do is wait for barriers to break, throws a hook out, and it's a guaranteed, like, hook on a tank. It's so easy. The thing is that the enemy team have got a really strange comp here. I don't know why they're running the Winston. In fact, this is going to make it really difficult for them to push here. All right, so Winston... Genji's dead. He's been Hanzo. I love it. I love it when I get Hanzo'd. I love it. Nice. Asserting dominance over the enemy Reaper. Get yourself a burrito for breakfast. Oh, lovely. Okay, cool. We win the fight. I love it. I mean, there's a lot of time left in the enemy team, so it doesn't really matter. I don't mind you pushing here. Any stagger kills we can get. Like, Hog is beautiful for Reaper to fight, because you're just going to kill him. He's going to give you an ultimate, and you're going to kill him. And that's what's going to happen. The only way he can kill you is if your Shadow, your Wraith form is on cooldown, and he hooks you and blows you away. That's the only way he can kill you. You will always win that fight. It's just so good. So the enemy team are a mess, and we've got an ultimate. So, and actually, our Hanzo has destroyed their Pharah. The Pharah pick isn't actually a bad idea by the enemy team, because we've only got the Batiste really to contest. I mean, the Hanzo, yeah, he got a good pick there, but it's going to be hard to get value. And this Winston, yeah, like, the reason why this Winston is so bad, and again, this is like the enemy team feeding into you. You should never play Winston into a Reaper. That is just madness. That's absolute madness. He lasted about 5 seconds and died. Okay, no more ultimates now. This is all about ultimate management, right? We need to not blow all of our ultimates. We've got to wait and think, what are the enemy going to do? When should I use my ultimate? But one thing I'm really scared of is Genji's Blade. So if I was playing the Reaper here, I'd be like, I'm waiting for the Blade, and I'm going to just... When I see him, I'm probably going to try and, like, maybe damage him or maybe Death Blossom him. But I've got to be aware that he's going to use Deflect. So if I see him use Deflect, I'm going to hit him straight away with Death Blossom. You know Hog's there. So you need to deal with him. The only other way our team deal with this is the Zarya grabs him, which could be the option. And we just Death Blossom their back line. Again, the other way is Death Blossom their back line. So there's like 3 options there. Death Blossoming the Genji as he comes in is a bit risky because he could deflect. I'm not saying that would kill you, but it's going to stop him doing damage, yeah. The other thing is we just go straight into the back line and we just hit them as they hit us and see who comes off worse. But we should push this guy. All right, now we shouldn't, because there's quite a few, so we back off. We're really investing here. We're going to use our ult. This is nice immortality field to keep us in the game. Okay, what we're going to do? They got a Junkrat now. Nice. You've got a Death Blossom this. Yeah. Okay. And there's the Blade. Which probably will seal the deal. Yeah. Oh, maybe our Zarya pops off. She's still got full HP. And our tanks are okay. I don't mind the swap just to get back quick. I don't mind it. Obviously, it's like, you know, it's going to be very difficult to get anything done, but that's, you know, that's kind of unlucky there. It's kind of unlucky. I think, though, yeah, I don't really think there's too much more to go over in that. Like, it was like a culmination of the enemy team being kind of dodgy with their team comps, feeding into you a little bit. But then also, I don't know, like it just went a bit messy at the end there. I think your Reaper play is okay. I think your McCree play was better. Your McCree play impressed me, I'll be honest. So maybe play more McCree, I don't know. Like, it always comes back to this, doesn't it? Like, you have to play heroes you're comfortable on. But in terms of raw meta output, Doomfist, Reaper, Mei, Hanzo are the best heroes right now. McCree, yeah, a bit of an outsider. You know, he can work. Widow can work as well if you can play those heroes. And so can Pharah if you can play that hero. All right, guys, I'm in Stylosa. This is You Lost. Apologies for my camera, because I don't know what's wrong with that. I'm going to try and sort it out. I remember before when it was a problem, it was the capture card. But this I think is a bit more sinister because I'm not hearing any mechanical sound or anything. Because normally when you turn it on, the lens like goes... It doesn't do that, which is unlucky. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching the video. It's been a pleasure, as always. And I hope you guys have a great Christmas, because this is the final OverAnalyzed, I believe, before Christmas. And, yeah, well, let's have a beautiful 2020. Although I think I'll make one before then, maybe. I don't know. Anyway, guys, we'll catch you on the next one. Toodaloo.